Ahoy hoy, Starlight, Starbright, last star you see tonight. I am the last real stargazer, Saturn J Blues, and originally this video was supposed to be about Sean Combs' The Reckoning, which is a 4-part miniseries produced by habitual line stepper and overall shit guy 50 Cent. And I got through, a good little bit of it until I just kind of sat with myself and went, does it really matter? Like, does it, like, so much stuff got revealed, yes, and I do say, hey, please watch this because it is really, really good. Like, it goes in depth into Sean Combs' like history and how whenever there's a tragedy, he capitalizes on it and it makes his name bigger. It also shows how much of a shit human being he is, not only to, Cassie, not only to, his friends, the people that helped build Bad Boys as a record label, as a crew, as all that, how he was a horrible person to Biggie, like his jealousy between a relationship between Pac and Biggie, how he, and it's alleged, of course, how he, paid a hit to take out Pac and Biggie and only paid half of it to a man called Zip, who is no longer around. And this was revealed by a former Crips, like, general, like top guy in the Crips. You also have how he tried to, what's the best way to put this? He basically made Biggie's estate pay for his funeral when he said he was going to cover the cost of the funeral. And it was just a constant thing of p.diddy just capitalizing off people's death, off of, and not even that. Like, even at the very beginning, when his charity basketball event went wrong and 9 people died, he capitalized on that. And it's just like, he kept weaseling out of it. He kept excelling. And I was talking about all of that, and I realized I'm just tired. I'm tired of talking about how every time this horrible person, does something, they, by the grace of the devil, because it feels that way, how they just get out of it. It's like it's a constant pattern. It's like, you think this is it. You think this is it. You think something's gonna happen. You think he's gonna get held to justice, and then he weasels out of it. My mom once told me that, the devil roams the earth, and that's why there's so much evil that happens in the world. And at the time, I was like, it can't just be this. That has to be something more. But like in 2025, I really do feel that's the case, because it's like all these bad and evil people, like, from Sean Combs to the Tinder swindler to fucking the Danish deception to U.S. leader to the entire U.S. government right now, and then outside of the U.S., you have the rise of just shit humans after shit humans failing up this time and again. Just so tired of it. It's like, you never see people get their comeuppance unless they run out of money. Like Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, they're literally the only two, I think, that got their comeuppance, and that's because they, just so sick of it. And that's because they just didn't have the money. At least in R. Kelly's case. Harvey Weinstein had the whole, mountain of the Me Too movement, against him, and that's how that happened. But it just seems like evil just reigns supreme. And it's so disheartening to see. And it's like, if it's not by, the person, like the main character of whatever documentary, you know, that are getting out of it with their like manipulation and their, persona, their public persona, or even the money, it's by police incompetence. Like it's crazy. Like the police can fucking act like they're, the end all be all and get all this money, and for what? To fail at taking down big fish. They can only beat small fry. They can't capture a big fry. And it's like, aren't you guys tired? Aren't you tired of watching, the bad guys just keep getting their way time and again? The worst. And then you have these documentaries where they're just like, oh yeah, he was so charismatic. And then it cuts to fucking p.diddy dancing like a fucking lunatic on MTV after Biggie died. I think the most shocking thing, seeing that again, because when I was young, when I saw that, I was like, man, he must be so sad. Because I was like a little kid when Biggie died, and my mom was watching MTV and she got to see that whole event. Nowadays, looking at that again during the documentary, I'm like, so he couldn't walk out on the stage like a normal human being. He literally stops in a tunnel, and then the music starts and just starts dancing like a fucking weirdo. And like it just does. He dances like Leland from RDC World. Like they captured his dance really like true to form. They were very accurate. Just like, I'm just tired of the bad guys getting their way time and again. And it's like, these people somehow just get a cult behind them. Like, it's just, aren't people tired? Aren't they tired of watching bad people fail upward and get more power over people that desperately need the help, that are good people, and just, aren't they just tired of it all? Because I am. And I think that's why I kind of just didn't want to finish the review and the reaction of it, because I just sat there and I was just like, I'm just sick of it. I guess that's why, the good guy always wins in fiction, right? Because in real life, the bad guy seems to win time and again. Like, you have to have some sort of happy ending, because in the real world, apparently, happy endings are very rare. Like, I'm trying not to lose, like, my hope for the future. But the more that things happen, the more bad things that keep happening day in and day out, not only in my country, but outside of my country. And then looking at the shape of our planet and looking at how that's being destroyed by people who make more than I will ever make in 200 lifetimes. It's just tiring to see the bad guy fail upward time and again. I just feel like it just needs to end. We need to find a way to stop it. So yeah, this was supposed to be a, reaction to, would it even be a reaction? Like a retelling, a recap, an abridged version of the Sean Combs The Reckoning thing, but I just kind of gave up on that. I'm sorry. I feel like I let people down, because I'm like, oh man, I really want to do this. It's the talk of the town. And it's just like, I just tapped out because I'm just sick of seeing the same bullshit. Every documentary, every news story, it's just the same thing. Local person does awful thing because of money or influence or power. They fail upward to get what they want, and they'll never be held responsible. The little man suffers, the big person wins. And it's like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Like I just want a happy ending. Just one happy ending. Can we just get that? Can we just get one happy ending? Can I just wake up tomorrow to some good news or a change? Can the world just wake up to some good news? I'd rather, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rant. It's just watching this, I think watching like, because I watched so many documentaries back to back, and all of them had the same ending where the only people who really suffered were the victims, and the perpetrators just kind of got away scot clean. Like I said, you see this all the time. Like you see it in real life, you see it in TV show. Well, actually no, in some TV shows, right? But it's like, do I really want to watch, you know, the rest of a miniseries where we watch a known horrible person just fail upwards and then have the hand of justice kind of like poke them with their finger instead of the full weight of their hand, because they're like, okay, you got enough money to, you know, do this, and you have enough, you know, clout and enough, you know, color personality to kind of get away with all the stuff that you get away with. So you get off scot-free. I'm just tired. And it's like a lot of people don't understand that. They don't get how it's wrong. They just go, oh, well, that's life for you, you know. That's why they're rich and powerful. You know, ain't nothing we can do about it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can do about it, but man, it is just so disappointing. Anyway, I'm sorry. Like I said, this was supposed to be one thing. It became another thing, and you know what? That's my fault. Hopefully next video, something better will come out. But until then, I'm the last real stargazer, Saturn J Blues. This has been not a recap or abridged version of Sean Combs' The Reckoning. See you guys next time amongst the stars.